What's up, Stortable Crew? It's yours truly, Snort That Dude. Right now, about to get into that. Police realized they unknowingly caught the killer before the cops. Let's get into it. Run them likes up. We need 10,000 likes on this motherfucker.
Good, how are you? Why are you saying, Dad? Can I talk to you for a second?
This is Mia Marcano's father. He hadn't heard from his daughter since she sent a text message at 5:06 p.m. saying she's about to go into her apartment, not knowing this would be the last time they'd speak.
Before you gone, why did it take so long for that to happen?
What do you mean?
To get people to actually come out and actually...
At first, nothing about her disappearance made sense, but as the search intensified, detectives would uncover a plan that had been hiding inside the apartment complex the entire time. And by the time the truth finally surfaced, Mia's parents would realize they had unknowingly come face to face with the killer before police ever did.
It's her boyfriend that did it.
It started as a routine evening. On September 24th, 2021, 19-year-old Mia Marcano left the leasing office at the apartment complex where she lived and worked in Orlando, Florida. She was supposed to...
I'm tired of Florida. Florida just got the raunchiest people in America. You would think it'd be Georgia or somebody. Nah, it's Florida.
Catch a flight later that night. But when Mia never arrived at the airport, her family knew something was off. And by the next morning, made a frantic 911 call.
Orange County Sheriff's Office. This line is being recorded. This is Operator Winstead. How may I help you?
Hi, good night. I'm calling to find out if I can have a wellness check, please. She was supposed to board a flight to go to Fort Lauderdale. The last anybody spoke to her, she was waiting on an Uber to go to the airport. Her phone has been turned off. And I called Uber, and they won't give me any information. I just wanted to know if an Uber picked her up or not.
When was the flight supposed to take off?
Hold on one second. I think at 7:50 or 8 o'clock, something around there. And it was a Southwest airline. I don't know the airline number or any
No,
other.
that's fine. And when's the last time you spoke with her?
The last time I spoke to her was earlier today. The last anybody made contact with her was at after 5, almost going to 6, when she's like, I'm waiting for the Uber to go to the airport. And then from then, her phone has been completely shut off or dead. We're not sure.
One full day had passed, and still, there was no word from Mia. That's when her family stopped waiting and traveled from Pompano Beach, Florida to the apartment complex themselves. And when they arrived, they called officers to the scene in hopes of finding her.
After she left work yesterday, 5 p.m., nobody has seen her.
Okay.
Spoke to a couple of people throughout the night. Well, first off, inside the apartment, I live in Fort Lauderdale. So I had to drive up here last night. But I gave permission to her roommate to go inside her room. Her door was locked, but the deputy that came up last night, he walked out to the back, and the deputy, opened the window and let the girl go in.
Okay.
He had a bookshelf that was jammed against the door.
Okay.
So like if somebody was trying to open it,
It's not gonna open. Yeah.
the lock on her window in her room.
Your daughter's window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest locked as well.
Okay.
The rest are locked from the living room windows to the back. So we saw the bookshelf down against the thing. We saw a jewelry, a chain was on the floor. It was ripped off her neck. A couple of her bracelets. The bed had shifted. They had a pillow with a minor blood stain on it. We don't know if it knew if it was old.
Dad got all the details. That's how it's supposed to be, too. Dad got all the details, gang. He filling them in on the whole apartment before they even get up in there.
And basically that's it. And her teddy bear, which she never used to wear really well. She doesn't really know it, you know?
Yeah.
As Mia's father, Marlon Marcano, speaks, he describes what he saw the night he arrived at her apartment. When he entered Mia's room, he noticed the window security locks were broken, jewelry scattered across the floor, and bloodstains on her pillow. However, it wouldn't take long for Marlon to suspect that whoever did this wasn't a stranger at all, but someone who worked inside the very apartment complex Mia lived in.
Who, your daughter, or?
His daughter and the maintenance guy.
Your daughter and the maintenance guy.
Yeah, a couple of people.
Well, what time was that around?
I don't know.
You could clearly see on his face that he's been in a fight. Like you can see the left side of his face is swollen, right? Like you can see he has like minor scratch marks on him, and he's saying he wasn't in a fight.
And that was when you told deputies all that?
The deputies were there.
The deputies.
Okay.
They were moving and slowly.
As officers continued speaking with Marlon, more details began to surface. Maya had recently had a confrontation with a maintenance worker at the complex. Her family was convinced this wasn't a coincidence, but suspicion alone wasn't enough for police to act, and with Maya still missing, officers knew time was no longer on their side.
But why would they be that close? They was fucking.
That meant officers had to identify the maintenance worker immediately and figure out exactly what the family knew.
Did anybody around the apartment hear anything?
We just talked to all the neighbors on the first floor. This is Mia's apartment. This apartment said they were home from about 5 to 8. They saw the maintenance guy in the backyard with several other guys, but they didn't hear any screaming or anything like that. She said, but we did see. And then she gave the description of this guy, tall, slim, light-skinned, short haircut, but in sweatpants. The other neighbor said he was home with his girlfriend. He didn't hear anything, but he woke up when the cops came, whatever time last night. The first time that they came. We're up to now 5 females in this community that have all given the same description of this guy, saying that he has entered their apartments without work orders. One girl across the street that has a pit bull was in the shower. He entered her apartment and the pit bull charged at him. She ran out and locked her door. He was still standing at the door. When she asked him, can I help you? He said, don't you have a work order for your dishwasher? She said no. She reported it to the office. This girl next door also said the same thing. Maintenance has a habit of coming into their apartments unannounced, and she has had an issue. There's a couple across the street said the same thing. They now have a dog. They said the dog alerts them anytime someone is at the door.
With a maintenance worker now on their radar, officers began digging into who he was and where he'd been. And it wouldn't take long before they uncovered something so deliberate, so calculated, that it sent shockwaves through the entire complex. However, officers still hadn't grasped the full depth of what they were dealing with. The initial information was fragmented, the timeline unclear, and nothing concrete pointed to where Mia could be. As concerns grew, the first responding officer relayed what little they had to supervisors, then returned to Mia's family because something about this case still didn't add up.
So has she ever ran away or anything like that?
She's a homebody. She's a family person. She sticks up under her father.
Okay, and how often does she usually contact you? Is it like on a day-to-day?
No,
like,
we all speak to her every day.
day-to-day, texts,
She talks to her grandmother all day. I talk to her maybe 2 to 3 times a week. She used to live with me for years.
Okay.
Yeah, she would not go without contacting somebody.
Even if her phone, she lost her phone and she was in Walmart, she would find a stranger and say, I need to call my dad.
She would, hey, can I plug it in?
Yeah.
She's one of those young people who's always on the phone.
Yeah, okay.
So the phone wouldn't even die.
Okay.
Eventually, as hours passed, detectives agreed this was no longer a routine missing persons case. They told Marlon they would take over and begin investigating what really happened to Mia. However, Marlon grew frustrated. From his perspective, time was slipping away, and every delay felt like another chance for the truth to disappear. And what detectives were about to uncover would prove that Mia's disappearance was far more calculated than anyone first believed.
Okay, we'll make sure we all have a job here. I'm gonna talk to family here in just a minute, but I want to get a little more background on what we got. I'm gonna start getting more people here. If you do me a favor, would you be able to start heading to the apartment? I'm gonna relieve you because I'm gonna need you here. I need to figure out who's inside there. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, please call person. Which one's mom? I need to talk to mom and dad. I don't need to talk about everybody. Dad?
Dad right there with the black and team on the shirt.
Oh, gotcha. Good, how are you? Mind saying, Dad? Can I talk to you for a second? All right, so I want to kind of give it so I don't have to tell everybody, so I want to be, if I can use you as a point of contact, does that work? Okay, I want to give you the first information to your dad.
Before you go on, why did it take so long for that to happen?
What do you mean?
To get people to actually come out and actually...
So when they took the original report, they didn't have the information that we have today. So, but I can't speak on behalf because I was not there last night when this report came through. So my guys came out here, they got information, they called us, and now you see that we have more people coming out. Okay. So, but I'll clarify, I'll get you answers for that. Okay. The one thing I want to know is the apartment. Is there anybody else in the apartment? Can I talk to him for just 1 second, sir? Is there anybody else in the apartment at all?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think her roommate is on her way home.
Is there anybody else? Who is all in the apartment?
Who stays in the apartment?
No, who is in the apartment today as a family?
Nobody went in today. Last night when we got here, well, in the wee hours. Hours of the morning, I would say like 2, 3 o'clock this morning. It was me, my son, her grandmother.
Okay. Do you guys know primarily what you guys did in the apartment? The only reason why is because if there's some evidence in there, it's already been touched. I want to make sure I can clarify what you guys said you did.
The only thing that we did was picked up the jewelry that was on the floor. The deputy last night, he took the box cutter. There was a box cutter that was found under her rug. So my theory as to what happened is that she was in the bathroom, maybe she was now getting home. Either she was in the bathroom or she was now getting home, and the person was under the bed.
Okay.
The person was under the bed, so they had the box cutter and everything.
So when you say they, what's leading you to say they?
Well, they, when I say they,
okay.
That's
I got you.
The person, startled her because I have a picture on my phone I can show you.
Let me ask you this so I can get this working. Who has control of her? Is she on someone else's plan?
She's on my mother's plan.
Okay, has anybody ordered some of the records or anything like that?
We tried looking at it on the app, but we haven't called them. Well, we tried calling them, but we were getting a little runaround. So
Okay. You know who you spoke to? Okay. Can I get authority from you to go get those records? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll give that to the detective so they can get that.
The person who we suspect is somebody who works here.
I heard about it. Okay.
The maintenance guy.
With all directions pointing toward the apartment complex's maintenance worker, officer
11 times out of 10, he did it. Right. Maybe because I got normal brain, like, lodged in my brain. I don't be seeing why people be doing this type of stuff. Because hear me out. Alright, we live in today's society where you shoot your shot, it don't go in, no harm, no foul. You told them that you think they beautiful women. You told a woman you think they're beautiful and you would like to pursue dating or whatever to her. You said it in what form, fashion, or however you said it. Alright, she declines. Why are you hung up on she declined and you gotta be fixated with her now? That's the part where it gets lost to me. Cause niggas shoot shots, gang. Niggas shoot shots. Do they be broken? 90% be broken. They be Shaq couldn't even do no job like this, like brick, building a whole house. Brick house. But that 10%, you know what I'm saying? It's a good 10. Got me fucked up out this play. Oh. But yeah, I just don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, you need to do all this because a girl rejected you, man. And like I said, maybe because I got normal brain. Like, I take stuff for it is what it is. Like, you know.
Records, trying to determine whether the family's suspicions were justified or if this was another lead that would fall apart. While one team moved to the apartment complex's main office, where both Mia and the maintenance worker were employed, hoping to track his movements. At the same time, another group of officers canvassed nearby apartments, questioning neighbors, searching for anything that might expose what really happened that night.
Would you happen to know anything about the girl that was missing?
No idea. I heard about it on social media.
Okay. Thanks. Hey, quick question.
How you doing?
Yeah,
no problem.
Do you know anything about the girl that went missing?
Nothing at all. I've seen you guys out front. I feel really bad. I wanted to ask, but I don't know who she is. I know what she looks like based off like social media, but beyond that, I don't know anything.
All right. Do you have any roommates that might know?
I live next door.
Oh, you live.
They're both sleeping, and they know just as much as I do. Has there been any progress at all?
I'm not sure. I'm just going door to door trying to get as much
So
information
it's
as I
sad
can.
to see. I've seen them camped out all day.
So are they here? Or?
They are. I can ask them if they're like we're all like a friend group, and none of us we've been talking about this all day.
Okay.
None of us know anything. I'm like, if you would like to, you can ask them to come out. You can ask them same questions or whatever questions you want.
Sure. You can see if they want to.
Yeah, we can get the same stuff.
All right. Hey guys, are you the only two that live here?
There's one more. There's a third one, but I think he's sleeping.
All right, no problem. So just going door to door asking if you guys know anything about the girl that went missing.
Would not.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't even know who she was.
Okay. Well, if you hear anything, just the flyers are all over. Just give us a
Yeah,
call.
of course. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
You for doing it.
So you live here by yourself, or you got?
I live with my girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was at the bar yesterday, and I wasn't here.
Okay.
I came back in the morning, I saw a bunch of cops outside, but that's all I saw.
Okay. All right. Well, if you do hear anything at all, just give us a call.
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, nobody
While
saw
one
nothing.
team went door to door questioning neighbors, they came up empty. No one had seen anything. No one had heard anything. However, they all heard about the missing girl. But back at the leasing office, the lead officer noticed something that didn't sit right. And for the first time since Mia vanished, the case finally began to crack.
Okay, what's going on?
This is that. That's my on-call maintenance fob at 4:34.
So that's before, correct?
Yes. But I don't understand why he would have been there. The only thing I can think of, and I'll have to...
Is that the maintenance person that...
So the on-call that is the one that they're concerned about.
And that's him?
Yeah, he's on call right now. And
Is it the same guy? Is it the Armando?
Yeah. And it looks like it was used at 2:20, and it was also used at 2:14.
And is there a thing where maintenance is able to go inside without...
So the fob that they have that he used, so he has his own fob, right?
Yeah.
And it will say like Armando Caliber or whatever. And those fobs are literally set for business hours, so they only work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then if you're on call, we have an on-call fob. That is going to get 24-hour access, because if somebody calls in at,
2 o'clock in the
2
morning?
o'clock in the morning, their fob won't work, so they have to use the maintenance on-call fob in order to get in.
Wow.
Suspicion quickly began circling around the maintenance worker, a man named Armando. Records showed he was the on-call maintenance employee that day, meaning he had access to tools and key fobs that could grant entry to nearly any unit in the complex. And according to the leasing office, something stood out. Armando had been inside the building earlier that day, just hours before Mia disappeared. Meanwhile, as officers went door to door questioning neighbors, a troubling pattern started to emerge. Several residents recognized Armando's name, and more than one described him as someone who often behaved outside the norm.
I was talking to the armed security about 2 days ago, the day after it happened, and they said that they think it could have been maintenance, and I just told them, like, my experience with maintenance. I'm not sure if they told you, but I had maintenance come in my apartment about a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I hadn't put in a report. I had just gotten out of the shower too, and I heard knocking and maintenance. I didn't want to answer it because I didn't put in a report. And then I heard the door open and I heard it close. I asked my boyfriend and I called him if it was him, but he was going at work. He said, no, it's not me. And then when I went out, they were still out there knocking, but I did hear the door open and close. But I have a pit bull, so I feel like he might have scared him away.
Did you reach out to the supervisor?
No, I didn't contact the leasing office about it because I just brushed it off, and then when this happened and the aunt was telling me that it could have been security or maintenance, and the other girls in the apartments nearby have had like the same problems coming up, like because I was talking to security as well. That's when I brought it up, you know.
Wait, how long
this
ago
dude
was
a
this?
creep.
A couple weeks ago, maybe.
A while back.
Now, as more information surfaced,
Sure, Armando, cause he got a lot of stuff going on mentally. He got a lot of stuff going on mentally, bro. This nigga's a creep, weirdo, loser. L7 of the L7s, nigga. You looking for me? I've been looking for you.
about Armando, residents started coming forward, describing strange encounters, saying Armando would show up unannounced, letting himself into apartments when no one expected him. But even with the whispers piling up, officers knew suspicion alone wasn't enough. They'd seen promising leads fall apart before. Back at the leasing office, officers tried to answer one critical question. Had Mia requested maintenance that day? If she had, Armando's presence in her apartment might have an innocent explanation. But if she hadn't, then there was no legitimate reason for him to be there at all. And whatever answer they found next would either clear his name or quietly confirm the worst suspicions everyone was already afraid to say out loud.
Fucking shut the
Just interrogation, because I know some of you guys hate that. But that's not the end. We really enjoy what we are building, so we have an exclusive Patreon community where they get first-hand access to anything we post and all. By the next morning, the investigation was still stalled. While officers waited for daylight, Mia's family stopped waiting. They began digging on their own, uncovering where Armando had last been seen, and even locating where he lived. They brought that information straight to police, but as Marlon pieced things together, another suspicion began to form, that Armando might not have been the only one involved, and that someone else inside the complex knew more than they were saying.
Yes, sir.
It's two of these niggas? Right. Oh my god. Oh my god, what happened to Virgil? Oh my god, what happened to Virgil? Oh. What type of gangbang fetish is this? Man. Oh no.
Yes, sir.
Got a read about this apartment. We had some dogs out here earlier. One particular apartment, the dog hit the door twice.
Okay.
We knocked on the door, said she heard whispering. Nobody answered or anything like that. Asking if you guys can go check and see.
We can knock on the door. I can't. Yeah, I can't force my way into the door or anything. We can knock on the door. If they open the door, we don't have any grounds to search the apartment or anything like that. I can stand by as a facilitator if you'd like to talk to them if they answer the door. But I can't force my way in or force a search on it. It's 1833, correct? That's that over there? Okay. how's it going, man? How are you? Good. Actually, I have somebody downstairs. You want to go ahead and get him? You live here?
Yes, I live here.
Okay. So, not in any trouble or anything? Basically, I'm sure you've seen the reports of the missing girl we're currently searching for. So her family's obviously been looking all over. They had some information. I guess they got something that she it had something that she may have been around this area. So that was all. Her father's kind of come up. He just wanted to ask you something. It's not something we really get involved in. We're just kind of, you know, at the request knocking on the door. So that's all.
People knock on the door, they can answer. Hello? Why is that? You've been here all day? You've been here all day. People been knocking on the door and answer.
I actually broke the talk to the first police up at the room here. And the second knock that I heard,
You can go ahead.
so I
I ain't gonna lie, this slick harassing them.
At the end of the day, people been knocking on the door. And he had to answer the door, and he didn't.
So at the end of the day, it's not illegal not to answer the door.
Okay. And there was a dog that came on here. A send dog tracking the missing girl and picked up on this apartment. If you don't mind if I can come in and just look, I'll be happy and we'll be done. I'll be out your way, and that's it. If you allow me to do that with them here, you come in and look, and we keep it moving. Cool with that? Cool with that?
Eventually, Marlon went inside the house,
Nigga, the dad a beast, nigga. He remind me of me. Dog, nigga. He got that dog in him, nigga. Big dog. Rum! Rum! Big dog, nigga. The dad a beast. Snore built like a T-bone steak. Keep talking. I dig in your mama guts, nigga. Now what? The dad a beast. He coming, he stepping anywhere, any way, any on timing with niggas and about his daughter. Cause it looked like he was about to swing off on Buddy if he would.
hoping to find something, anything, that might explain where Mia had gone. But what he found led nowhere. There were no signs of Mia, and no evidence tying the neighbor to her disappearance. Time was slipping, and officers knew they couldn't afford to stand still. So the focus shifted back to one person who kept resurfacing, Armando. That same day, the investigation split in two, with one team headed out to track down the last place Armando had been seen, while another moved toward his residence, knowing that if Mia was going to be found, the answers were likely waiting there, and whatever they were about to uncover would change this case entirely.
Come on, bust the case open. Bust the case open.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, is Armando here? Okay. Do you know if he's gonna be back sometime soon?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure we need my girl.
Well, it's your roommate, though, right? I'm assuming because you're opening the door.
I already heard what's going on.
Okay. Well, he's not in any type of trouble. I just wanted to talk to him because we're talking to all the employees at the apartment complex. And
Yeah,
he's
I
not
already
there.
know what's going on. He's not here, though, man.
Okay.
Call him up.
No, I mean, call it. I'll give you my number if you could have him.
I got his number, yeah. That's why I said I'll call him up.
Okay. Can I get his number so if he doesn't answer, I can give him a call too?
Okay.
When officers arrived at the residence, Armando was nowhere to be found. The only person inside was his roommate, who claimed he knew about Mia's disappearance, but said he had no idea where Armando was or when he had last seen him. Things weren't looking good for Armando. Every detail kept circling back to him. He was the last person known to be inside Mia's apartment. Family members claimed he had been watching her for weeks, and now no one could say where he'd gone. The red flags were piling up, but then one family member revealed something crucial. They had followed Armando the last time he was seen, and with that information, officers were led straight to the location.
Okay, this is Detective Rambo and Detective Fisher. We're here with, can you state your name for me, sir? All right. Now, you said you followed somebody here last night. Who'd you follow here last night? Or yesterday?
Armando, yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
Turn left onto Montego Lane. Then the destination is on your
These
right.
people are standing right here.
Okay. Try not to be too overt, but
This house right here.
okay.
That's Armando's car.
Yellow.
That's Armando's car.
Which car?
The gray car.
Okay.
Detectives didn't get.
How did they get now? That broke the case wide open, gang. They going to the moon with this one.
Have enough to move in on him directly. What they did have was Armando's last known location. As 2 days passed with no sign of her, the investigation stalled. So officers turned back to the people Mia was closest to, her grandmother, her aunt, and her grandfather, hoping someone remembered a detail they'd missed.
So, I don't know much about everything that's going on, I'm not gonna lie. We're here to help the persons detectives during the daytime. So they sent me out here just to ask a couple questions because we're trying everything we possibly can. So we're trying to follow every lead. You know, and I know you guys are doing your own thing also on top of that. I don't know if you guys have had any luck either.
I mean, we kind of were doing our own thing just based upon where we kind of knew she was.
Yeah.
We walked around there, we kind of there, we talked to as many people as we could. We went back to his place, same thing, we tried to kind of get more so with the posters and that kind of thing, just to bring awareness to the people around. But at the end of the day, we're just like at a dead end, you know?
Yeah, and you guys are trying to do everything you can, whereas we're trying to do everything we can.
That's true.
I understand.
Every time it gets dark, it makes it feel worse. You know?
Did you go into Maya's apartment? You did? Okay. How did you guys get in? What's the story behind that?
The police, God, the security took us into it.
Right on.
And were the police there?
Right on.
Was he there at the time?
Do you know how many people went in there?
Okay, so it was myself, it was Dad, Joy, her grandma, Norm, Kaylee, Simi, did Anna and Martin there?
Do you know if anything was taken out of her apartment?
No, we didn't take not from us.
Nobody took anything?
We didn't take everything. We all had gloves on.
Okay.
And I did go through her things. I took my phone and I used a flashlight. I actually was the one who found the things on the floor because I actually went on the floor.
Okay.
Right? Because again, I wasn't comfortable. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What the officer was saying. So
You felt something was wrong.
Yes. And so I went on the floor and you could see, I took pictures and I submitted them to the police. The pillow looked like it had blood on it to me. The officer said he felt like it was old blood. I didn't think that. I felt like it was somebody who tried to wipe it out, but they didn't use Clorox cleaner. How do I know this? Because I'm a woman. And unfortunately, women go through things every month where we may have an accident, and I'm somebody that will try to clean it. So I know what it looks like when you try to clean it and it's old.
Right.
It takes on like a brownish, you're a policeman, so you know what I'm talking about.
I do, yes.
You understand? But this was pinkish.
It is. Once a lot of people get involved, sometimes it's too many chiefs, you know?
Yeah, and no Indian.
Yeah.
And then everybody's so in such a fragile emotional state that you don't want to, because it's easy for things to kick off.
It's a very stressful time, yes.
With officers piecing together the aunt's role that day, they turned next to Mia's grandmother, hoping her answers might fill in the gaps everyone else couldn't.
So first, on the 24th, did you go into Mia's apartment at all? Okay, you did.
They all chose to wear gloves. I ain't gonna lie. I know I was rooting on for the dad, but the whole family on top of their game, bro. The whole family on top of their game. Let's keep it going.
Did you remove anything from inside the apartment at all? No? Okay. Did you remove Mia's phone from the apartment? Okay. Did you ever see it or anything like that? Okay. Do you know, you showed me she keeps it on her, obviously, normally.
Sure.
She keeps it on her normally, obviously. Okay. Do you have access to Mia or Armando's phone records? No?
Yeah, I have access to Mia's.
Do you have access to Mia's?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you have access to it? Are you...
Yes, I'm the primary.
You're the
on the
primary?
account, and I have a line for her, and for her, and my sister on mine.
Okay, all right. Did you call T-Mobile to activate any phone belonging to Mia since the...
To activate it?
Yes.
No.
No?
I called to find out when was the last time she made a call out when I was trying to call her.
Okay. Okay. Are you aware of anyone using Mia's phone or her iCloud account? Okay. Like I said, this is pretty much it. We're just trying to narrow down a few things here, okay? Have you you don't no idea where the phone is? Her phone?
No.
You never saw it?
No.
And you never took it from the apartment?
No.
Okay. And you have no idea where it is now?
No.
Okay, the reason I ask is, so that phone could be the one thing to be able to lead us to where she could be. Okay. So I don't know if anybody, if you want to go back and talk to other people and be like, hey, like, where's this phone at, or where could it be? Because
I guarantee you that none of us would have.
Okay. Raise your hand. You swear and affirm everything you told me is true and correct? All right. You think of your question? All right, if that's, then I think we're good to go then. You can head back. I appreciate your time.
With that, officers were able to gather more information. However, they needed to find Mia's phone. At this point, it was the only thing that could tell them where she was. And yet, the phone was nowhere to be found. So detectives turned to the person closest to her, Mia's grandfather. If anyone knew something that hadn't been said yet, it would be him.
Who is that to you?
My granddaughter.
Granddaughter. Okay.
My wife told me that Mia is coming home, and she might have to go and pick her up off the airport. So I said, okay, you can go ahead. I'm tired, but she said no problem. So she wanted to go somewhere before, so we went out. I went out and took her to dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and then she kept on telling me Mia's not answering her phone. She's not answering her phone.
Yeah.
Right. So I said, I got upset because it's not like her.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know something is wrong. I felt it, but I didn't want to tell my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she said, I'm going to go to the airport. Wait until she comes in on the flight.
Okay.
I know it was bad. Okay. Because that amount of time with her not being in contact with us,
yeah,
it's not like her.
Okay.
Okay. It's not like her. So
the pillowcases weren't on the pillows,
yeah,
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Then when she showed me blood.
Okay. Where was the blood?
The blood was on the pillow.
Blood was on the pillow. Okay.
It wasn't much, but it was like if somebody got whacked around, bloody lip, a bloody nose, what like that. You understand?
Okay.
So I'm getting real pissed now because this guy left and I want to know what's going on.
Yes. Yes. I understand.
But we stayed. I went to the office when they was open. And I want to show you something.
What time did you go inside Mia's apartment?
It was about 7 o'clock.
In the morning or night? In the morning. Okay. So when you guys came up, you just stayed up straight through?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't sleep until the following day.
Okay. Can you please raise your right hand for me? Do you swear and affirm everything you've told me today is true and correct?
Everything I told you is true and correct.
All right. Ms. Norman, I appreciate it. I'm sorry again for the late notice, quick interview, but like I said, it was just going to be a quick re-interview just to get some more information, see what we're putting together a whole bunch of stuff. So, all right, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
After officers finished interviewing all 3 family members, their stories matched. Each of them had been inside Mia's apartment on the day she vanished. They admitted that, in their panic, some items had been picked up and moved while they searched for anything that looked out of place. At first, it felt like progress, but that hope quickly faded, because despite everything being checked, Mia's cell phone was still missing. And without it, investigators were right back where they started.
No.
5 days had passed since anyone had last seen or heard from Mia, and still, detectives didn't have enough to directly question Armando. With no probable cause, the investigation began to stall. So detectives tried a different angle. Instead of chasing Armando himself, they started searching the places he worked, the maintenance areas, storage rooms, and tool sheds across the complex, hoping something he touched or left behind would finally point them to Mia.
Right. Well, this place got a gym.
He's probably free. We probably start one at 7 years. It's open, I open it.
Yep, that's fine.
I have my lunch here.
So you've been in here like today, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We got it.
They just came here just to have lunch and coffee.
Yeah. There you go. Good. Good to check it to make sure.
And to the right side will be the laundry room. You know, everybody have access.
Everybody, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah. So that's pretty much, you know.
While the head maintenance worker guided one group of officers through the complex's work areas, another team of detectives moved door to door, opening locked rooms and hidden spaces, hoping that behind one of them, they'd finally find Mia.
9LD3. Three empty.
Take a second here.
Yeah.
What's the answer?
110. Yep.
With still no luck, the second team stayed with the
I
head
thought it was
maintenance
something-
worker, expanding the search to the areas where maintenance carts and vehicles were kept, checking for any sign of foul play.
Garage, we have fridges, dryers, all this.
All right. Got it. So this one is.
It's where they should park the golf cart and
Okay.
have a couple tools around.
So you said it's only gonna be how many supposed to be in here?
2 go.
2. Okay. One is his. One.
Is the other guy.
Do you know the number that's supposed to be his or no? Or like is that the way to identify it?
No, I know. As soon as I open the garage, I told you that's his golf cart and that's the other golf cart, which should be no out. The other guy.
How would you know though? Cause like.
How I know? To see the golf cart.
But it's like.
Alright, let's just let him open it and he'll tell us which one it is and we'll go from there. Okay.
You can go ahead and open up the garage door.
Alright, man, step back.
Just point out with your fingers. Point.
I'm not gonna get in.
Don't step in there, don't step in there, don't step in there, don't step in there.
Yeah, he's going.
That one right
Yeah,
there?
yeah. And that's Noel. Yeah.
Noel.
And he's an older man, like 52.
You guys just step out for just a second out of my picture.
Eventually, nothing turned up in any of the areas they searched. But while one group came up empty, the other noticed something off. Tucked away inside the complex was a door that stood out, closed, locked, and sealed, as if it had been intentionally secured to keep anyone from going inside. And at that moment, detectives realized this search wasn't over. With every search coming up empty, investigators were running out of options. Every lead had collapsed. Every door they 20 opened led to nothing, and that left them with only one move. If Armando wasn't going to be found, then they needed to get him to come back on his own. The next day, officers began thinking strategically. Because whatever had happened to Mia, it was becoming clear this next move would either break the case wide open or lead them back to square one.
I won't.
We might do have them come by, drop off the key, and then we talk to them.
So here's the thing, if I don't have them drop off the key, I have to, and I can do this too, but I'd have to create what's called a cancel key and go to every single apartment door with that cancel key and put it on in order to deactivate it. It's the only way to deactivate that one is by having the file.
With no solid leads left, officers needed one last move to bring Armando out willingly, so they came up with a plan. They called Armando and told him to return the main key fob to the complex. That would be their chance to speak with him face to face. Armando agreed, but only if he could come late at night, believing fewer people would be around. What he didn't realize was that not only officers were already waiting, but Mia's entire family.
But no one knows Tati. You keep mentioning Tati and no one knows Tati.
We get a call,
the
all of a
roommates
sudden,
don't even know Tati.
You've been sleeping since 10
keep
o'clock,
saying
and all of a
Tati is
sudden
a
you're showing
friend.
up here at 4 o'clock in the morning
Because
looking
me
for
and
me.
Tati were conversating about it, so I finally, it came
Okay,
up.
but
Should I go
Tati
and
is
see if I
someone-
see anything?
No one knows Tati. That's my whole thing. Not
Tati
even the
is
roommate
an
knows
employee
Tati.
here.
She's an employee, but you keep saying Tati is a friend and that you've all hung out together. No one here knows Tati. All her
Well,
other
not
friends
all.
showed up. Her
These
closest friends that live in the complex were all here with us early on. No one knows Tati. Only you. Whoever Tati is, and Tati's on the phone, she shouldn't even be on the phone right now. As of right now, you have sent obsessive texts to Mia. We have all seen the texts. You talked about giving her your life savings. You cash apped her money, and you claim that you weren't in touch.
told her gave
It's
her
on
life
text.
savings? I never
As a
said
matter of
that.
fact, we're gonna get a police report to pull your phone records if that's the case.
What you have to do?
There's evidence of obsession, of something. You're fascinated with
It's
me.
not only from my side, so don't try to make this.
No one,
like I'm a
no one's
stalker.
saying that. It takes
She's not
two.
here to defend
There's-
herself right now, so
obviously
we gotta
she's
talk to
missing.
you.
So we're talking to
And
you,
I
who've been going
completely
back and
respect
forth
that. I
on
understand
text.
that. That is your family.
Right.
But until we figure out what's going on, just don't beat me up.
Nobody ain't beating you
If
up.
I'm guilty,
But
why
you
would I
put
come here?
yourself in the middle right here. You brought yourself over here.
Because we're concerned.
You're concerned. Why weren't you concerned hours ago?
I just found out.
All right, cool, no problem.
So
In
how
the
did,
first few
how
hours,
did Tati find out?
we didn't think it was serious. I don't even know how Tati found out. She
Somebody's
told me
missing and you don't think it's serious.
Someone
maybe
that
they hanging out. They got this place right here. They go downtown. I don't know. Maybe her phone's off. I don't know what she's doing.
Eventually, detectives recovered text messages between Mia and Armando, and in those messages, everything changed. They showed just how persistent he had been, how often Mia tried to shut him down, and how clearly she wanted nothing to do with him. What once looked like suspicion was now starting to look like motive.
Man,
And in an already disturbing case, it
didn't I already call this? Dude, weird.
became clear Armando's role was far bigger than anyone believed. With that, officers wasted no time and made their way to Armando Caballero's apartment in Winter Park. What waited for them inside was something no one was prepared for. Armando Caballero was later found dead inside his apartment. Officers determined he had died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But what shocked investigators even more was that he left behind a written suicide note. In that note, Armando admitted responsibility for Mia Marcano's death. He wrote that he was sorry for what he had done. That very next day, during an emergency response team search at the Timberscan Apartments in a disturbed grassy area leading down to a lake, a red purse was located right by a body, and detectives found an ID in the wallet inside. Later that day, investigators confirmed the remains belonged to Mia Marcano.
Wow.
By the time she was found, her body was nearly completely skeletonized, indicating she had been exposed to the elements for an extended period of time. Due to the advanced state of decomposition, the medical examiner was unable to determine an exact cause of death. There were no definitive signs that could establish how Mia was killed, only the devastating confirmation that her death was a homicide.
I knew it was him though. I knew it was him. He. That nigga told her he'd give her life savings. Still shot him down. That's crazy. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it, gang. You don't tell him you don't give him your life savings. You barely know her. It's the same video. But that's crazy. That's crazy. It's your boy Snore. I'm gone.